Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, you reach for your phone like you always do, no notifications, no messages. You tap the Wi Fi icon, nothing. You turn on mobile data, still nothing. You restart your phone, nothing changes. At first, you think your internet provider is having problems, but then you look outside, your neighbor's standing in the street staring at their phone. People are walking around looking confused. Nobody can connect. Within minutes, the news confirms something almost impossible. The entire internet has disappeared. Not in one country, not on one continent, everywhere. For the next 24 hours, there is no internet, no Google, no YouTube, no ChatGPT, no Instagram, no online banking, nothing. So, what actually happens? Would it just be an annoying day without social media? Or would modern civilization begin to slow down in ways most of us have never imagined? Let's find out. The first few minutes don't feel like the end of the world. Most people simply assume it's another outage. Maybe the Wi Fi router needs restarting. Maybe the phone company is having problems. Maybe it'll be back in 5 minutes. But 5 minutes become 10, then 30. Soon everyone realizes something much bigger is happening. The first thing to disappear isn't entertainment, it's communication. Messages stop sending, emails never arrive, video calls fail, group chats suddenly fall silent. Millions of conversations freeze in place at exactly the same moment. Then navigation begins to fail. You open your favorite map app, it can't load live traffic, it can't search new destinations. Many features stop working because they depend on constantly receiving information from servers across the world. Now imagine you're trying to meet someone in a city you've never visited before. Suddenly, getting from one place to another becomes much harder. Next comes entertainment. Music streaming stops, movies won't load, cloud gaming disappears. Your favorite creators can't upload new videos because there's nowhere to upload them. Even if you've downloaded some content, the endless stream of new information has stopped. For the first time in years, the internet goes completely silent. But here's the surprising part: everything we've talked about so far is only the surface. Losing videos and messages is inconvenient. The real problems are still hidden, and they're much bigger than most people realize. Most people think the internet is just something we use, a place for videos, games, social media, shopping. But that's like saying roads are only for vacations. You don't notice how important they are until every road suddenly disappears. The internet is the same. It's the invisible network connecting millions of computers that keep modern life running. And once that network disappears, the real chain reaction begins. Let's start with money. Imagine walking into a grocery store. You fill your basket, you walk to the checkout, you tap your bank card, transaction failed. The cashier asks you to try again. Same result. Many electronic payment systems rely on internet connectivity to verify transactions with banks. While some systems have limited offline capabilities, many would stop working or become severely restricted. Now multiply that by millions of stores around the world. People suddenly need cash, but many haven't carried cash in years. Next, think about online shopping. Packages don't magically know where to go. Behind every delivery is a huge network of computers constantly updating locations, routes, warehouses, and drivers. Without the internet, new orders stop, tracking disappears, logistics slow dramatically, deliveries become delayed and far less efficient. Then come businesses. Millions of employees start their workday, only to discover they can't access company files stored in the cloud. No shared documents, no online meetings, no cloud databases. Entire teams are suddenly cut off from the tools they use every day. For many companies, work simply pauses. Now, think about AI. Millions of people open ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, or other cloud based AI tools. Nothing loads. That's because most popular AI systems don't run on your phone or laptop. They run inside enormous data centers filled with thousands of powerful computers. Normally, your question travels across the internet, reaches one of these data centers, gets processed, then the answer travels all the way back to you. Without the internet, that journey never begins. The AI isn't gone. You just can't reach it. It's like calling a friend whose phone still works. But every telephone line has been cut. Now, let's look even deeper. Hospitals. This is where things become more serious. Hospitals are designed with backup systems because lives depend on them. Emergency power generators continue working if electricity fails. Doctors can still provide treatment, but many connected systems, such as cloud based records, remote data sharing, and some communication tools, may become slower or unavailable. Medical staff would rely more heavily on local systems and emergency procedures until connectivity returns. Air travel faces similar challenges. Modern airports depend on massive amounts of shared information, flight plans, weather updates, passenger information, crew coordination. Without normal internet connectivity, many flights would likely be delayed or canceled while safety procedures take priority. Then there's the stock market. Financial markets depend on constant communication between exchanges, banks, and trading systems. A global internet outage would disrupt trading and financial operations significantly. Governments and regulators would likely suspend or limit some market activities until systems stabilize. So, would society completely collapse after just one day? Probably not, but it would be one of the biggest disruptions in modern history. Here's why. Contrary to what many people think, the internet and electricity are not the same thing. Your lights would still work in most places, your refrigerator would still keep food cold. Water treatment plants and power stations generally have independent control systems and backup procedures designed to keep essential services running. Emergency services also prepare for situations like this. Police, firefighters, and ambulance teams often have dedicated communication networks that don't rely entirely on the public internet. Radio systems can still be used. Satellite communication may still support critical operations in some situations. Many organizations have emergency plans they've practiced for years, but even with all those backups, the pressure would grow every hour. Businesses lose millions, flights pile up, supply chains fall behind, factories wait for parts. People begin wondering, when is the internet coming back? Now imagine you're one of the engineers responsible for restoring it. You can't just press one giant reset button because the internet isn't one machine, it isn't one building, and it isn't owned by one company. It's millions of networks connected together across the planet, thousands of internet providers, hundreds of thousands of routers, millions of servers, and countless undersea cables stretching across oceans. If something affected the entire internet, engineers around the world would work together to identify the cause, isolate damaged systems, and carefully restore connections step by step. Some regions would recover first, others might take longer, like rebuilding roads after a massive storm. You reopen one route, then another, until traffic begins flowing again. Eventually, messages start arriving, websites begin loading, online payments return, the world slowly reconnects. After 24 hours, life begins returning to normal. People go back to streaming videos, sending messages, using AI, shopping online, working from home, and within a few days, many people would forget how strange those 24 hours felt, but they shouldn't, because that single day would reveal something most of us never think about. The internet isn't just where we watch videos or scroll through social media. It's the invisible foundation beneath modern life. It quietly helps doctors access information, businesses serve customers, families stay connected, airplanes navigate, banks move money, and millions of people work together across continents, all in seconds. We rarely notice it because it usually just works. It's a bit like the human nervous system. You don't spend every day thinking about your nerves, but the moment they stop carrying signals, everything changes. The internet is remarkably similar. It's an invisible network carrying information instead of electrical impulses. And when those signals stop, the world suddenly feels much smaller. So maybe the most important invention of the modern age isn't the smartphone in your pocket or the computer on your desk. It's the invisible network connecting billions of people, businesses, and ideas every single second. And perhaps the greatest lesson is this: the technologies we depend on the most are often the ones we notice the least until they're gone. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to understand the hidden technology shaping our world, subscribe and join us for the next explanation, because the future makes a lot more sense once you understand how it really works.